So, good evening, angels. How are you?
All good, sir. How are you doing also?
Top of the world. Good to see you. I'm so happy, Mustafa, to see you here tonight. It must be a daytime for you. What's the time over there?
3:40.
3:40. So 3:48 p.m.
Yes,
there.
yes.
This is in Nigeria,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's 40 actually.
Hmm. All right, cool.
Yes.
So let's share tonight's session. And tonight's session, what I would like to share about is I have a question for all of you. This question is that when you think of an AC, A and C, what comes to your mind? When you think of an AC, what comes to your mind? You can speak up.
Like the A different and the C different or joined together.
See, A and C, only letter A and letter C, A and C. A cooling device, okay.
Nothing on
Air
my mind right
conditioner,
now.
yeah. All right. So what does an air conditioner do? If AC stands for air conditioner, what does an air conditioner do?
It, it provide air, like breeze to the body, or makes you feel cool.
Mm-hmm. So as the name suggests, it conditions the air. It conditions the air so that you feel comfortable. That's the whole purpose of an air conditioner, right? Any doubts? No doubts. All right. So the purpose of an air conditioner is to condition the air and condition the air of the room to maintain the temperature, to maintain the humidity such that you feel comfortable. So what essentially an air conditioner does is two things. It adjusts and it compromises. Yeah. So if you're feeling cold, for example, you are inside a room and you're feeling cold. So what you do, you just take your remote and adjust the air conditioner so that you feel warm or at least you feel normal. But if you notice that your air conditioner is not working, even the remote, despite using the remote, it's not working, the only option then you have is to compromise, right? So you put on woolens. That's what you do with an air conditioner if it doesn't work, right? So either you adjust or you compromise. Yeah. So when the air conditioner is not working, despite using your remote, you can only do only two things. One is adjust, other one is compromise. Right? Any doubt? All right. Now imagine, imagine, or visualize, whatever you want to do. Imagine or visualize. How are you living your life? Imagine the relationships that you have. How many of the relationships are there where you are either compromising or you are adjusting? How many relationships are there? You're actually, because since you cannot change human beings, yeah, since you cannot change human beings, you can only change yourself, right? That's what all these people say. All these famous authors, famous trainers, famous coaches, famous mentors, speakers, they all say this. You can't change yourself. Sorry, you can't change others. The only thing that you can change is yourself. Now, what are you doing with those relationships? Are you adjusting, compromising, or changing yourself? Which one are you doing? See,
Both.
you are, yeah, you are on your journey towards infinite excellence. Yeah, that's what these Tuesdays with Life Coach Pinaki sessions are all about. Building resilience so that you can bypass, you can surpass all the challenges that are coming to your life, so that you are free. See, unless you are free, you cannot move, you cannot proceed towards your desired goal. It's as simple as that. So what we are discovering is all the limiting beliefs, all those limitations which are drawing you and me backwards. They are not allowing us to move forward. Yeah, they are not allowing us to move forward. And some of them are also our relationships. And the funny part is, though I'm saying some of them, actually all of them. The relationship that you have not only with human beings in your life, but also with other things in your life, like your relationship with time, your relationship with money, your relationship with certain important activities in your life, like your relationship with books, your relationship with dedicated time for yourself, your relationship with your dreams, your relationships with your me time, your relationship with your journaling time, your relationship with working on yourself. Everything is relationship. If you look at neuro linguistic programming, if you notice carefully, you discover that it's all about relationship. Everything which you have in your life, you have a relationship with that thing. You have a relationship with your hands, your relationship with your hair, your relationship with this device, mouse, right? You have a relationship with your laptop, you have a relationship with your mobile, you have a relationship with this internet connectivity that you're using to attend this session. So everything is relationship. What we are going to do tonight is to discover how many of those relationships are like something where you are actually adjusting or compromising. Adjusting is something which takes you forward. Adjusting means things are in your control. For example, you already have a blanket, so you're ready with a blanket. But if my AC doesn't work and it's still cooling the environment, it's cooling the room, and my AC is not working, it's not reducing the cooling. And if you have a jacket around you or a blanket around you, you just cover it. That's called adjustment. But if you don't have it and you still need to stay in that room, then the only choice you're left with is compromise. Question is, the most important question is how much resourceful and equipped you are to adjust. Because when you compromise, the end result is death. After some time, up to certain limit, you can compromise. Your body will support you. Beyond that, neither your body, neither your mind will support you. And then things will start going out of your hand. There are many areas where things have already gone out of your hand. That you say, I have no choice but to. I'm helpless. I can't do anything about it. Many such relationships are there where you're compromising. And the others, you are adjusting. See, anyway, you are doing one of these two. There is nothing neutral about it. Either you're adjusting or you're compromising with those relationships that matter to you most. The relationship that do not matter to you much, probably you just maintain a neutral standing with them. You don't need to adjust with them. You neither need to compromise. So tonight onwards, actually from tonight onwards, the only thing that you're supposed to focus on, pay your attention, is to prepare a list of all those relationships where you are adjusting or compromising. So adjusting is your asset and compromising is your liabilities. Correct? So prepare a balance sheet, a profit and loss statement kind of thing. So take a piece of paper, fold it vertically, and on the left side, just write all the relationships that matter to you and you are adjusting. Like you are equipped enough to adjust, to make adjustment and still go ahead. And on the other side, put those relationships where you're compromising. The relationships that you are adjusting with will empower you because you know that you are already equipped to handle that situation. It's like maintaining the warmth with that blanket or that jacket, which is already there with you. And the relationships where you are compromising, they're draining out your energy. Because you don't have a blanket or a jacket to cover you up, you are leaving it to universe. So what you need to do is to find out these two relationships. Prepare that list. Take out some time. I would strongly recommend you put at least 5 good minutes to work on this list. 5 good minutes every day. And start writing, preparing this list. And once you have that complete clarity that the areas, that actions that need your attention, that desire your attention, that deserve your attention, and you are compromising with them, you need to work out something so that you don't need to compromise and you can adjust. Otherwise, they are by default, without your knowledge, they're draining you out of your energies. And one of the common one, I'm giving a common one. Probably this is common to all of you, or maybe some of you, or maybe many of you. One of those, which are the ones you are compromising with, could be the notifications that are coming in your mobile phone. The notifications that are coming to your mobile phone, the distractions. So your relationship with notifications, it could be there. It may be there for some of you. Those of you who are smart, you have just already switched off all your notifications. You just don't care. Now, if you have done that, if you have switched off all your notifications like the way I did, I'm adjusting. I'm not compromising anymore. If you're not taking a call as soon as it arrives, as soon as your phone rings, if you're not taking that call, you're adjusting. If you're taking that call, you're compromising. Even paying attention to that call is compromising. However, if you get two calls back to back two calls from the same number or from the same person, that could be a call which needs your urgent attention. Otherwise, it doesn't need your attention. Maybe important, but it may not be urgent, it may not deserve your attention at that point of time. So you are focusing on something which is really important for you, some important activity. So you did an adjustment. If I don't get the call from the same person twice back to back, I will not take that call. And it's a rare incident when two people will call back to back. Okay, without any gap. It's only possible when one person is really urgent and it is important for that person to connect with you. He or she will call you twice same time if it is really urgent. If not, then that person may not call you again immediately. This is called adjustment. So adjustment with your calls, adjustment with your notifications, relationships, right? You have a relationship with your phone calls, your relationship with your distractions, notifications. There is another relationship you have. That is relationship with your emails. You won't believe I do not check my mails unless somebody sends a mail and calls me up that I have sent you a mail. Have you checked it? My email is my private property. It's my choice when I'm going to see it. So now, if I take out time, if I make a commitment to myself that I will focus my attention on my activities without any distraction, then I have a choice whether I'm going to compromise or adjust with the distractions. So distraction can be in the form of phone, distraction can be in the form of notifications, distraction can be in the form of emails during my workplace. Similarly, there are many other things, like when you're working from home, there could be small challenges because you're working from home. So you can also make a choice over there. Then there are relationships with different WhatsApp groups that you have. For example, do all the WhatsApp group really need your attention? I don't know. You may be in 50 WhatsApp group, but maybe only a few of them need your attention, others don't. So here again, you can make a choice that whether you will allow anybody to disturb you. So just take 1 minute. I'm just taking a 1 minute pause and just take 1 minute. And if you have a pen and a paper with you, just write down which are those things which are those activities which are disturbing you throughout the day at different points of time, and you are continuously compromising with them. So just take 1 minute. Whatever comes to your mind, just write them down. And the most important thing is be honest with yourself. Okay, just take 1 minute. Yeah, just list down all those things which are distracting you and you are compromising with them, not adjusting. Instead of adjusting, you're compromising with them. Yeah, they look similar. Adjustment and compromise look similar, but they are not similar. There's a huge gap, huge difference. Adjustments is in your control, compromise is not in your control. Let me give an example. Now, this is a real-time, real-life example. We have a maid who comes to our home, and there's a specific time when she comes. Now, what happens? Sometimes she doesn't come on time because of her own engagements, whatever her challenges are. And that disturbs the environment at home. So when I'm working from home, it disturbs the environment, right? So when this happened 2, 3 times, I gave her an option. I said that in all possibilities, this is the time you are supposed to come. I do not want to get into any kind of arguments, any excuses, nothing like that. And I will reward you for that. So whatever salary you are getting, you will get say 500 rupees or 1000 rupees extra. So I started with 500 rupees extra. I said, I'll give you 500 rupees extra. The only condition is every day you will come on time only. If you don't come, then you won't get that 500 rupees. If a single day is missed out, if you miss out on a single day, this is called adjustment. And ever since we did this, I did this we did almost a year ago. It never happened that she came late because she knew that if she's late by one on a single day, if she's late, she won't get it. Yeah, we have given her a little more liberty, and that liberty is on 3 occasions she can come late, but in that case she has to call my mom up. She has to call my mom and tell her at least 1 hour in advance that today I will come a little late. No compromise. This is called adjustment. So there are many such areas where you are compromising. Write down those areas. You may not be able to see them right now, but as you start writing them down, you'll discover that there's so many areas. And these are all those options, all those things, all those activities which are draining out your energy levels. You don't even notice that. It's happening in a workplace also. Okay, so whatever is happening in your workplace, I'm not talking about that. Whatever happening in your data, I'm not talking about that. Let us focus on something very important and very simple. In one of the sessions where I was talking about your dream requires your attention, your dreams requires your me time. So if you have carved out that me time for yourself to work on your dreams, that 1 hour throughout the day, whatever that 1 hour you have carved out that 1 hour exclusively for yourself, make sure that 1 hour is yours. It's a no compromise hour. That's it, period. It's a no compromise hour. Such that you know that during this hour when I am here, nobody is going to disturb me. Like on Tuesday evening from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, if I am here in this session, nobody is going to disturb me. If there is any possibility something can disturb me, I have a choice whether I'm going to adjust or whether I'm going to compromise. Compromise, how will I compromise? I'll just break out of the session, right? I'll say, okay, wait for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, I'm just coming. And if I've adjusted it, then I don't need to do that. It has already been taken care of. For examples, the bills that you pay, the telephone bill, the credit card bill, the electricity bills that you pay, if you've automated them, it has been adjusted. Otherwise, if you're paying your attention and time and effort to pay those bills, you're compromising. Because with all the technology that is available in your hand today, at your fingertips, you can just set this automated payment processes. It's as simple as that. No compromise. And that way you can take out more time for yourself. You got that? It looks so simple. But let me tell you, when you start listing down these things, you'll be terrified. That all these time stealers, attention stealers on the right hand side, which are your liabilities wherever you're compromising, you will discover probably it is taking away 90 to 120 minutes of your time throughout the day, every day, as long as you are awake. To your utter surprise, you will discover it. 90 to 120 minutes of compromise. It's not a joke. If you adjust it, it's yours. If you don't adjust it, if you're compromising, it's theirs. Because you are compromising, right? You have no choice but to. So the question is, you are the AC, right? You are the AC of your relationships. Are you adjusting or compromising with those relationships? Now, every time you see an AC, you know what I'm talking about. Relate to yourself with that AC, that air conditioner in the room. Are you compromising with it or you are adjusting with it? The change has to happen here. It's not there. So if it's a fixed AC, you have no choice but to, whatever it is doing, you have only two choices: adjust or compromise. Yeah, got that? If you have any questions, you can ask. And if you have no questions, then I have a question for you. With all this new awareness, what do you see possible for yourself? Let me tell you, even if you can take out 15 minutes, forget about 90 to 120 minutes, even if you can take out 15 minutes of your compromise time and convert it into adjustment, you are a winner. You can use that 15 minutes to read a book. You can use that 15 minutes to meditate. You can use that 15 minutes to your own benefit the way you want it. That is the reward. And imagine you got this reward every day, 15 minutes of every day. Just extra 15 minutes. It's extra 24 plus. It's a big time. 150 minutes and 450 minutes over a month. 450 good minutes. So what do you see possible for yourself with this new awareness? This 5 minute 15-minute theory is one of the learnings which I had from while attending a session of James Clear, the Atomic Habits. He said if you're the busiest person in the world and you have no time, you can easily discover 15 minutes by just listing down the time where you're actually compromising. He was not using the word adjusting, he's only talking about compromising. Adjustment is something which I discovered. So if you're not compromising, what else you can do? So you can adjust and you can take things in your control. He said, use those 15 minutes and convert it into an atomic habit. Figure out one habit that you really need to work on, which will lead you towards achieving the goal that you want to achieve. And just put that 15 minutes into that activity only. This is what I'm talking about, your me time. Your dreams deserve your me time, deserves your attention. So 15 minutes of me time, you just invest there every day. Then see what happens. You'll never have this complaint that I don't have time. Probably you can change that statement, that whatever time I get, I invest it into my own development. So do you have anything for me where I can develop myself? If yes, let's discuss. If no, let's quit. Okay, so now you're saying that you're not saying that I don't have time. You're saying that whatever time I get, I invest it in myself. So if I invest that time in you by talking to you, by sitting with you, how I will be benefited? If you get a good answer, continue. If you don't get a good answer, quit. That is the difference between adjustment and compromise. It's a very small difference. It makes a huge outcome. The angle is actually very small. When a rocket is traveling, if if there's a little deviation from that path, from the original path, that deviation may be 0.00001% in degrees. That one small deviation is just good enough to divert your attention and you land up somewhere else. Yeah, that's why Chandrayaan 2 crash landed on moon. Just because of that one small glitch. Chota sa, it was a small one. A teeny mini one. लास्ट मोमेंट में जाके वो थोड़ा सा एंगल इधर उधर. And that's a compromise. You can't adjust it at that point of time. You have to compromise and it has to be landed. But then you fix that glitch and now you can adjust. So it was adjusted and it was landed at the place where it was supposed to be landed. All right. So it's 8:43. Can I expect at least 1 minute of your takeaways? That what do you see possible for yourself now with this new awareness?
Um, Hello, Pinaki ji.
Yes, Ramesh.
I managed to join into my laptop. So, what I see possible with my from my side is that I think I'll be a lot more rigorous with my time because I see that the list of distractions, one of course is phone calls and messages from various even WhatsApp calls. The other one is procrastination. That is also a distraction, and a lack of focused activity. Like when I'm starting something, if I'm not too focused on it, multiple thought streams, parallel processing, that kind of thing happens, which distracts me. So if I am rigorous with my time in this manner, I I not only see a focus, but whatever I'm doing, the productivity is much higher, and I'm doing one thing at a time, and I'm clear about what I need to finish. The clarity will come, the end result. So once you see the end result clearly, or what you wish to see, then
Mhm.
working towards it becomes that much more productive. That's the possibility I see through this.
Very true. Very true. Lovely. Can we have Olu on the screen for a minute? I just take a snapshot. Yeah, Dr. Rajkumar, can I expect you on the screen for a minute? All right, so here we go. Keep your eyes wide open and let's count 1, 2, 3 together. So it's 1, 2, 3. Super. Yeah, Rajeshwari, anything from you? Did you discover anything from yourself?
Yes, a very nice analogy you have said about AC, as AC cools keeps us cool, and that you have related it with the relationship that we have, adjustment and compromise. And my dream needs my me time, my attention. And now I'm following your that rule that whenever I get the call, I don't attend it on the first time. I just wait. If it is very necessary, that person will call me once again. So that too I am taking care of. And then writing my relation, whatever the relation I have, the things with the things or with the groups or with the people on a piece of paper that I will to try it where I'm compromising and adjusting,
Mm.
and how from compromise I will get into the adjustment. So that really I loved, and it's really a new thing that you have shared with us. So thank you. I will implement it.
Yeah, you can notice the difference when you implement it, and it's amazing. Like when I attended this session of James Clear where he was talking about this 15-minute thing. So this was almost about 6 weeks back. So I actually practiced it honestly, seriously. That okay, let me see if I can still take out another 15 minutes for myself. Like though I practice all these things, attention management activities for a long time, but I still focused on that one activity. I thought about how about if I really get that 15 minutes, let me see how it works. You won't be surprised that Rajeshwari, even after all this, I could discover that extra 15 minutes. In fact, there is another way of putting it that is what James Clear also said. He said that you do one thing. If you are finding it difficult to figure out those 15 minutes, you put a dedicated extra 15 minute into some activity. Extra 15 minute into some activity. You just dedicate it from a day's schedule, but the time should be dedicated, and that the time, like schedule and the time, these two should be dedicated. So you just dedicate that and make sure that you do that activity, whatever it takes.
Mm.
So now when I'm dedicating that 15 minutes, somehow I have to adjust so that I can take out that 15 minutes.
Yes.
So actually started working the other way around. So instead of looking for those opportunities where I want to adjust, they keep on coming to me. And I discovered that when I'm focusing my attention on this particular activity over 15 minutes, I could see all those things which are eventually coming to me, distractions. And I kept on focusing my activity there on my attention in that 15 minute in that activity. And it worked magic. It worked magic. It really worked. I do not know where I adjusted consciously, like actually putting that in the list, but it worked. And then I discovered when I'm dedicating that 15 minutes of my time in during those particular hours, whatever distraction are arising, I'm continuously adjusting with them. And then I discovered what are the distractions. There are not many. You will find only 2 or 3 of them. And it's like you are telling them, do not disturb. you know. So DND, do not disturb. So one of the activities which I did is I put my phone some other room, lock the door, so that even if it rings, I won't be able to hear it. All right. Thank you so much for your attention. And it's a wonderful session. Make your life amazing. Make your journey of your life amazing. Let people discover it for themselves. I have coined a new word, this word called outside, OUTSIGHT, outside. It is yet to come in the dictionary. I think someday it will be there. So outside is insight plus action. The insights that we're getting from different books, different YouTube videos, different sessions, including my sessions, take those insights, put them into action. So insight plus action is equal to outside, and outside is something that others will be able to see. Outside will be those things which others will notice, that there is this difference which is showing up, which was not there earlier. But now I could see this difference in that other person, and they can ask, how do you do that? And when they ask you how do you do that, you know that you are actually doing something which is worth it. Because now people are getting there, you are getting attention of others. That is what outside is all about. All right. Thank you so much. Let's close the session, and I'll share the recordings as soon as it is available.
Thank you, Pinaki ji.
All right. Good night.